Alright, can anyone hear me now? Alright. Hi. Alright. I got two people watching, I guess. Better than nothing. So, hi. Welcome. This is your sunshine, Yui Tachibana. And I'm really, really sorry that I'm late. I overslept. I overslept. This stream was supposed to start 3 hours ago, but life happens. Life happens. This was supposed to start 3 hours ago. Work has been very, very stressful lately. I'll be honest here. Man, it really takes a lot out of you when you're working a 9 to 5. I'll have to say. It's just okay. The Wi-Fi should be good for now. Wi-Fi tends to be very spotty around here. Hi, Ignis, and hi, Karimar. I hope you're doing well. Hope your day's been really nice. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are right now. It's really nice to talk with you, Sunshine, whenever I can. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I have a schedule now. I just posted my first ever live schedule. Ever since I debuted 2 weeks ago, I do have the confidence to get out there into the world and start streaming for you all. So I decided to start bringing in some games that we could play on the stream. So tomorrow we're going to be playing Hollow Cure, which I'm sure if you follow the VTuber community, Hollow Cure is one of the more known VTuber fan games, more specifically for Hololive. And it's like vampire, what was that vampire game? And it got modded with like Hololive, characters, and everybody's been playing it. I know it's old, but I want to play it on stream. I have played it before, but I want to build up my profile with y'all on stream. And then on Friday, I'm playing Me Side, or My Side, however you pronounce it. And I'm sure y'all know Me Side by now. I have done a video on this channel about that game before. I've noticed, that it's basically become, this, Doki Doki Literature Club, right? A couple of years ago. And that's Me Side's pretty much, like this era this era's DDLC, with how very similar the yandere elements tend to be. And you got, characters that are like the face of yanderes. Yeah, Monica in DDLC, and then you got Mita in Me Side. And there's been lots of crossover art between the two. I just want them to just get a room and make out already, you know what I mean? They're made for each other. They're fucking made for each other. I just gotta say. I do consider playing DDLC on the stream. If you guys want me to play Doki Doki Literature Club on stream, let me know. I'm down for it. It's only fair because I'm playing Me Side on stream this weekend, so that'll be that. Let's read the chat. Do you love anime? Is that an obvious question, Karimar? If I wasn't watching anime, you think I would be streaming right now. I watch tons of anime. I have an anime collection myself. Everything from Studio Ghibli to Haruhi Suzumiya to Love Live to Lucky Star to Fooly Cooly. I've got lots of it. I could show you. My favorite Umas are Tokai, Teo, and Manano Top Gun. I see that you're a Uma Musume fan. I see. No, I'm not streaming on Twitch. At least not right now. I do consider streaming on Twitch at some point. I might do that. I'm not sure if you guys would want that, For now, I'm on YouTube exclusively. I know people are pivoting over to other services so they can maximize, their profit. Their ad revenue is just too good to pass up. For me, just talking with you sunshines is what matters most to me. As long as I have you guys by my side, you sunshines, that's all I need. That's all I need. I love you. I love all of you so, so much. Let's see. Yui, what's your favorite Cartoon Network show? Mine's an Adventure Time, Steven Universe, OK KO, Let's Be Heroes of Victor. I can see that you're into the Cartoon Network Renaissance era. Yeah, I basically grew up in that Cartoon Network era as well. My favorite had to be Regular Show. I know that's gone down as like a classic for many of Gen Z. Like when that first came out, and I started watching it when it was just entering the third season, and I got hooked on it very, very quickly, honestly. At that time, there was an era of, like a dark era of cartoons. I know that YouTube's been popping up with videos about how dark 2008 to 2011 was for Nick and Cartoon Network. Because you had, flops like the Seeing Real era. Like when Cartoon Network tried to go live action with the whole Seeing Real stuff, the Destroy but Destroy, Do What Would Happen, The Other Siders, and all that other stuff, right? Do What Would Happen was basically just Mythbusters with three guys who were rejected from the Jackass cast. And, Destroy but Destroy, I'll be honest, it would have really thrived on another network. Had it been on Nickelodeon, I don't think anyone would have jabbed an eye at it. Same would go for Brain Rush, which was another Seeing Real shows, but it lasted just 6 episodes, and it was like you was answering questions on a roller coaster, so you could get money. It sounds like something that Mr. Beast would do today. Let's be honest here. Brain Rush is a Mr. Beast video done 15 years earlier. It was ahead of its time. It should have been on NBC or something. It's just, wow. If Mr. Beast was to reboot that show today and it aired on TV, I would not be surprised. Like, you could shoot that show at a Six Flags or something. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, he's got Beast Games. And, getting back to Cartoon Network, I mean, we were talking about one of their failed shows. And it was after, 2010 that, it was actually around that year, that they really started to build up their cartoons again. And, Adventure Time came to be, and Regular Show. And then Amazing World of Gumball and Steven Universe came after that. And Nickelodeon, they went through their own phase too. Anybody remember Planet Sheen? Planet Sheen was god awful. It was terrible. Planet Sheen was the one show that made me realize turning, funny sidekicks, it's like the whole show is just not a good idea. Apparently Nickelodeon did not listen to the criticism and they just kept on doing it. In the form of the Patrick Star Show. The Patrick Show was going against Steven Spielberg's wishes. Like, he did not want spin-offs of this show at all. Like, he intended to end the show after the first movie to begin with, but like Nickelodeon was like, we want more. Like that one scene from Jellyfish Hunter. The more scene. And the Patrick Show was just Planet Sheen 2.0, which is just not good. Nickelodeon be milking their shows for all they're worth. And now SpongeBob's pretty much just half their existence, the other half being the Loud House, which that should have ended, and it's just, I'm not even into that show, to be honest. I'm just not, no. My favorite anime is Detective Opera. Milky Holmes is so funny. I believe you brought that up in my server. I could be wrong, though. Can't say Sonic Boom was the worst Cartoon Network show. I didn't personally watch Sonic Boom. It came on times that I was too busy to watch it. So I missed out on it. Oh well. I guess nobody's here. Oh, we got 4 viewers. That's cute. So, how you Sunshine's doing? I hope you Sunshines are doing very, very well. I'm sure if you've been expecting more from these streams, I apologize. I haven't been able to get into them in the last 2 weeks due to the fact that I have work, and I just found out yesterday actually that they're not giving me any shifts for next week. My job is giving all my shifts to like new employees that are coming by, and they just got an influx of new employees that are just they're taking up all the shifts that I would have had. This week I only got to work like 8 hours. That is not enough to get by. That is not enough to live. The economy's rough right now. Thankfully, the price of eggs have, decreased and they're back to $2.85 around here. But everything else, what about the joy of getting Hololive merch? You have to save up a fortune. I'm gonna have to say, I'm just gonna confess right now. Later this month, I am selling my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I'm selling my Nintendo Switch. For one, because there honestly have not been enough games, and honestly, I've kind of fallen out of Mario for a while, and I decided the most of the games that I actually want to play, they're on Steam, which is perfect because I can play them on stream for you guys, and I won't have to go through extra, like, what's that word? Pull on some extra stuff for the Switch to be connected here and stuff. So it's just easier if I just play games here. And there's emulators and all, so. I'm selling the Switch. I'm going to be selling it through the back market, I think. They offered me $75 for it. I'm going to be... I'm most of a PlayStation fan. That's the thing. I'm mostly into PlayStation stuff. And I really like playing the Neptunia games on PlayStation. I want to get the new ones. I haven't been able to get Game Maker Revolution or Riders vs. Doggoose yet, honestly. I know the Rebirth series is being re-released now on the PS4. To me, I hate David Zasloff. He's ruining not only Warner Brothers' reputation. Yeah, the thing about David Zasloff is ever since he took over, when his Discovery company just merged with WB, all hell broke loose. I'm not sure if you saw, but what happened with the Looney Tunes movies. The day the Earth blew up was their project from the start, and then they just sat on it for a long time. Then this company out of nowhere, Catch Up Entertainment, they took it over, and they just released it on their own. And when it finally came to theaters, under Ketchup's leadership, people was like, finally 2D animation is on the screen again. Like, this is cinema. This is what we wanted this whole time. In this world where everything is CGI now, something like The Day the Earth Blew Up comes along, and it's just a reminder of how animation got its start. And the humor was still the same. The characters were still the same zany, wacky characters that we came to love, and we wanted more of that. So, like, Catch Up Entertainment wasted no time in acquiring their other shelved project. That would be Coyote vs. Acme, which will now be out next year. And I'm really happy for them. For a company that used to just do direct-to-video titles, and they only had like 1 or 2 like theatrical films, one of them being a Ben Affleck film, it's actually interesting to see. Who knows? Maybe one of these days, Catch Up Entertainment might become a WB subsidiary, which that will bring in mixed reactions. Because with WB, you don't know what's gonna happen. They've been canceling shows left and right. Everybody remembers what they did to Infinity Train. I'm never gonna forgive them for that. That show became Cartoon Network's My Life as a Teenage Robot, being that they got stopped so hard. And just They're pulling shows off of HBO Max. They took off most of the Cartoon Network shows. Like, pretty much the only thing I think is there now is Courage, The Howling Dog, and Powerpuff Girls. And you know, I like Powerpuff Girls. I am a huge Powerpuff Girls fan. I'll be honest here. That being said, all the other shows matter too. All the other shows matter too. Like, there is no Cartoon Network without Johnny Bravo. There's no Cartoon Network without Dexter's Lab, or Cow and Chicken, or Ed, Edd and Eddy, or Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, or Codename Kid Next Door. There's just no Cartoon Network without them. Like, all the cartoons matter. It's just not the same. And, you know, Discovery, they had not had a good time lately. You know, when they used to have the hub with Hasbro, they had potential. They had potential. It wasn't just the bronies that were keeping it alive. It wasn't just My Little Pony. It was like shows like the Hasbro shows like the Family Game Night and Game of Life. Those were so fun to watch. You know, when Nickelodeon stopped doing their game shows, and the hub was like the one place for like kids game shows that was fun. It was like, you know, they did the Goosebumps shows and all, and Littlest Pet Shop, and Dan Versus, of course, Dan Versus. Everybody knows that one meme. I don't care who the IRS sends, I am not paying my taxes. Like, the show was known for just that meme now, but like, it was ahead of its time, if I'm being honest here. Let's see. Not only that, but Beast Boy's voice actor, Greg Sipes. That just bring my piss to a boil. That was sad seeing what happened with Greg Sipes. He's a legend. Like, there was just no Teen Titans without him. Like, I hope that they reverse their decision. Like, I do not like Teen Titans Go. I do like the movie, but like, let him voice Beast Boy. Like, it's just nothing without him. He brought in that energy, you know. Like, they just fire someone because he's in a condition. Like, that doesn't stop him. That doesn't affect his, vocal performance, right? It's just no. What WB did to him is just no. I hope they reverse that decision. Hope they've been doing it behind the scenes. It actually reminds me, you know what that reminds me of? What happened with Chicken Run. I'm not sure if y'all noticed, but Chicken Run got a sequel, I think last year, called Dawn of the Nugget. And when it came to like the casting of the Chicken Run characters for the sequel, they told that the original voice actor for Ginger, Julia Swallow, that she was too old to voice her again. And so they just replaced it with a different voice actor entirely. Yeah, they told her she was too old. That is just wow. Good Lord. Oh, man. And, Mel Gibson voiced, that Rocky from the first one. And just, obviously they couldn't bring it back because he'd been in a whole bunch of controversy between then and now. You got Zachary Levi to voice him this time, and Zachary Levi, he's controversial now too because he's in MAGA world. Like, he endorsed Trump, and I don't really mind it, to be honest. Whether you're left or right, everyone is welcome here. Politics don't matter to me as long as we're together and we respect each other as human beings. We are one. We are humans. I'm a sunshine girl who wants to help you get through your day. Whether that's talking or having fun playing games. I love you all. Thank you, Mario Wee Luigi 1919, for the $2 super chat. Thank you. Heart. Yui, why is your voice reverbing? Again, this microphone has not been... It didn't really occur to me that this microphone wasn't going to be the best quality. I literally got this from Walmart, guys. This microphone is from Walmart. I really cheaped it out when it came to that. So let me just try to lower it a bit. Okay. Is this good now? Yeah, this is only my third stream, so hopefully that this isn't, you know, hopefully this is working well. Hopefully this is better now. Oh my god, my ears, what is this audio? Also, hi Yui. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the audio, guys. I'm hoping to get a better microphone very, very soon. Sibian wanted to come by and say hi. Thanks, Mario Wii Luigi. Good thinking, Yui Nissan. Both of us are Team PlayStation all the way. Yeah, we are. We are. We are Team PlayStation. I've been with PlayStation since I think PlayStation 2. Back in 2006, that's when I found out what PlayStation was. And I got addicted ever since. You know the first PlayStation game I ever played was Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal? I did not know how to play it at all. I kept falling and falling. But, you know, I was intrigued. My sister ended up playing PlayStation 2 for, you know, Grand Theft Auto. You know, when we moved to New York after a year living in New Jersey, we got into the GTA series. I think 2007, she got like GTA 3. It was like a GameStop, you know, generic cover. You remember those? When GameStop used to put generic covers on their used games when they didn't have the original artwork. It was like an indie comic book style, you know, and we put it on. It was so fun just putting in the cheat codes and just making all the cars explode. You're running people over. I was 7. It was so fun to do. Same goes for like Vice City and San Andreas. Like San Andreas had the best cheats. San Andreas, you can put in a cheat code and you can make your car fly. Your car can fly. That was fun. It was so funny. It was just San Andreas. It's the best. Nothing could beat that game, honestly, except for maybe GT4. GTA 4, I think it's underrated today. I know people think that it's dark and is dreary. Like, it's actually funnier than you think. You know, Roman's lines in GTA 4 are the best. Hey, cousin, let's go bowling. It's just that everybody knows that meme if you grew up in that era. And it's actually crazy. Today actually is the 12th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 is that old now. Are you feeling old yet? I know y'all feel old. GTA 5 is actually 12 years old. It's crazy. We've gone this long without GTA 6. I mean, finally it'll be out May 26th, but wow, it's actually been that long. We've been stuck in Los Santos for 12 years. Which is insane to me. Oh yeah, there's a lot of, you know, anti-censorship chat going on right now, and I'm just gonna say, I'm not sure if YouTube's gonna take kindly to you know, cursing in the chat. This will be the first time that I've seen cursing in the chat, and I'm not sure how that's gonna affect the ad revenue on here, because I've seen, you know, streamers having to get punished because of people cursing in the chat. So I hope you all understand. Had enough of ads on streams. Yeah, it usually wasn't a problem on YouTube until more recently. Like, they want to be like Twitch, you know? Like a couple months ago, it was only when YouTube really started putting ads in the middle of the streams. That's the thing, like what Twitch does. You know, I know a lot of you don't like Twitch for their ads. Like, it's basically cable television at this point. It's just cable. And, you know, I do watch a bunch of streamers on there, mainly because, you know, the ones I watch on Twitch, they don't stream on YouTube. Like there's a few like Mario underscore Yen that does both Twitch and YouTube. There's my friend Aishii, who I've been in talks with collabing, and hopefully that goes through. And let's see, no guessing history. Let's see, I'm looking at Oh yeah, hell yeah, my sister got me a PS1 after I was born, so we have been Team PlayStation ever since. Then my late dad got me a PS2, and then I got myself a PSP and a PS3. Yeah, I got my PSP on Christmas, actually. In 2011, I actually had two PSPs. The first one in Christmas 2011, that one got broke. And the second one I got, I think, on my birthday, November 2013 or 2014. It was like one of the last PSPs ever there. I never got myself a PS Vita for some reason. I don't know why. But I was used to the PSP, and like I had a bunch of games for it, and I loved playing on that thing. I hope to get it again someday when I'm rich. For now though, Walmart fired me, and that was the one job I was getting good money, and it hasn't been good. I've literally been eating out of my savings just to be able to eat. So for now, this is pretty much my full-time job, is just streaming and making videos for you guys. And I've been supporting, small VTubers because I feel like it's the right thing to do. I know people are telling me that if I give too much of myself away, then I won't have anything left. And even Shiomi, when I helped fund her model, she was like, "You don't really have to do that. You don't have to do that." But like, she's my friend, and I really like to support, other people. I hope you guys understand that. And it just comes from the bottom of my heart, because as a sunshine girl, I really love spreading my love to people. Let's see. What's cable? I'm from a country where cable doesn't exist. That we have broadband and Sky TV and internet. Okay, yeah, cable TV it's one of the most expensive things that you could spend for TV. You get a whole bunch of channels that you just don't watch, right? But like you want to watch, like 5 or 6 channels on that thing. I hope y'all know. It's full of channels that you don't watch. You only watch like a few things. We had cable TV for so long, but we finally got rid of it earlier this year for like an over-the-air, over the internet TV service. That is like, it cut our bills very, very. It cut our bills very good. Like 70 to 80%. We ain't paying $300 for cable no more. And all we pay for is internet and that one service. And let's see. I missed the Renaissance era Cartoon Network, aka Golden Age. Same here. Same here. Next, I ain't really got a lot to say. So, this past week was the 5th anniversary of Hololive English. It's actually crazy to think that Hololive is 5 years old now. I've really am thankful to them for what they did and influenced me to become a VTuber myself, and really happy to see. And Mori, Kiara, and Ina still being here after all this time is just such a blessing. I know Gura and Amelia are out there right now, proud of them, continuing to do what they love most. And I hope you guys stick around too for the next 5 years too, because I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of plans for this channel. I'm hoping to do ASMR actually, because I don't think there's a lot of femboy ASMR out there. I'm hoping to do like positive affirmations, like tell you that you're worth it, that you are a unique person, that you can do whatever you set your mind to. I really want to do, good stuff like that. And if you guys would want that, I'll surprise you with it. I would love that. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, and I think I'm open to it. I've been listening to a bunch of ASMR over the past week. Actually, have been helping me sleep and all. And I hope that you guys would like that. Extra thick double cream tastes like glue. Also, why can I hear footsteps in the background? Right, this microphone does not have any noise cancellation. This microphone, as I mentioned, is cheap. And I live downstairs in my house in a basement. So like occasionally you're gonna hear footsteps up there. And I'm really sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about it. If I was to go upstairs, they're going to rat me out. They're going to go wild animal on me. They're just going to, wow. Don't do ASMR, as YouTube has an obsession with banning ASMR. Don't you remember what happened with Cottontail? Yeah, I had to take down the short I did about her because it was outdated news. Because it's old now. But like, what? It's not just Cottontail, but like others as well, I know. But like Via Allure, like, the agency Via Allure, they've been doing pretty well themselves right now. They haven't been affected yet, as far as I know, and that's where I've been listening to ASMR. I've been listening to Siru Foxhound and Strony Cuddles. Their voices are really cute. I also been listening to Dempa Fish, and she's gonna be re-debuting in a couple of days, and I'm wishing her good luck. She's definitely worth it. She's definitely worth checking out. Wait, you're an adult and they treat you like this? That's gotta be illegal. Yeah, the thing about it is I'm autistic. Because of my diagnosis, people treat me like I'm still 13 or something. Like, I'm still at that age now where I'm just about ready to move on from everything else. I just want to go through the future, just move to where I want to be. My sister's still sending me photos of when I was 5, and I'm just embarrassed. Like, is that all that they're gonna remember me for? Is when I used to be that chubby fat kid? And just, they don't know about the side of me. They just don't. They don't know what VTubers are. I even tried telling them, hey, I'm on YouTube and I'm doing really good stuff. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers, and they just don't get it. They don't know what VTubers are. But, as long as I have you sunshines, that's all I need. That's all I need. I love you all very, very much. And I really, really like this community that I built. This is what gets me through the day, through the week, through the month, through this year, really. This year has been stressful for a lot of y'all, I'll tell you what. And being a VTuber has been really helpful for my mental health, and I feel like I have a sense of community now. I'm really grateful to all of you for sticking by my side, and I'm really happy. Y'all making me cry right now. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve this. Sometimes I feel like that somebody else should have this model. That they would do this model justice. That they would bring this Yui Tachibana character to another light. That they would bring it to levels that I couldn't even imagine doing myself. Like, I'm a one-man person. Other than my girlfriend designing this model for me, everything else has just been me. I have no editors, I have no directors, no music mixers, no nothing. Everything, all of you see that on my channel, that's all me. Except for the music. The music is, royalty-free music that I found off of YouTube. I just wanted something that sounded like, Cronies music. Right? For her streams, and, it's been working well. I'm hoping to get some custom-made ones soon. Sorry for the footsteps. I can see it actually on the input capture right now. I even found out how I got my autism from a very early age. That's interesting. I know a lot of VTubers in the community, they happen to be on the spectrum as well. And it's been interesting to see how we've coped with it. And really happy to see that we get along very well around here. I'm autistic too, and my parents don't let me leave the country even if the flight is like 1 hour. You know what? You and me should form a group for autistic VTubers. We'll consider it. I'll consider it. I ain't got much plans at the moment, so that'll be on the back burner for now. I do everything myself too. I had to buy my model on Etsy. Interesting. My girlfriend was nice enough to give me this model for free. Like, she just made it out of the love of her heart. She's just the best person ever. Everybody say thank you to Captain Uzume for this model. Honestly. It just really brings out my femininity. And I'm really thankful. I really am. I really am. I feel so cute. I'm so cute. I hope you guys have been doing well. We had 38 minutes of streaming so far, which is nice. The computer hasn't been overheating this time, so that's great. The first two streams, this computer was overheating. It was a miracle that it didn't shut down in the middle of the stream. I don't know what's gonna happen when I start playing games, which will be tomorrow. That'll be when I play HoloCure, so everybody please tune in. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be same time tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and it was like I said though, the stream was supposed to start at 1 today, but I overslept. It wasn't intentional though, but tomorrow same time I will be playing HoloCure, and on Friday also on 4 p.m. playing Mi's Side. So it'll be interesting to see how those games go. I'm gonna have to test out the desktop audio and all. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I hope you all tune in. See what I have in store. I also have a potato PC. Every time I stream with V2 Studio, my computer freezes. I have to use a PNG. I hope you get if your computer has memory that's insufficient to run a stream properly, I suggest you get a new one or upgrade the RAM or the CPU or such. I know certain CPUs do not take kindly to VTuber models, especially when on OBS, right? I literally opened up my new computer just hours before my first stream started. And had I started streaming on the old computer that I was using for the last year or so, for these videos, it would have been a disaster. It would have not gone well. Hulkura is a good choice for testing. It is. It really is. It's just, it's a VTuber fan game. It's free. Whoever made it, Caillou, was very nice to offer this game for free. And I really appreciate all the work that he put in there, especially since it involves my favorite VTuber group, the people that I went to see last month. So much so that I made a vlog about it. It got 300 views, so thank you all for those who tuned in. I do think I could be the VTuber shoutout. Now the thing is, I just don't randomly just give out VTuber shoutouts. I give it to people that, there's an element of surprise to when it comes to VTuber shoutouts. And maybe one day I do. I would like to promote some people. We'll see. It depends on how financially sound I am, where my channel goes from here. So we're just gonna see. Use a voice changer to have a very feminine and cute voice. Now, a thing about a voice changer is, let's see. I know some people have used voice changers before. Honestly, I never even thought about using one. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't feel authentic. It wouldn't feel like I'm being my true self. Like, I know some people find femboys hot too. And I like this. I like being a femboy. I like being a cute, non-binary, they-them femboy. It really brings out the real person in me. I know I have gotten comments before about my model saying that, what the hell? Why is there a guy's voice on a model that looks like a girl? To that I say, that's just who I am. That's just who I am. That's just who I am, and I'm proud of myself. I wouldn't trade this for anything else. I do plan to keep on this femininity, this femboy stuff for my 2.0 model when I'm able to get one. Oh no, I don't think it's a criticism at all. I think it was just a suggestion that, it was inevitable that I was going to get it, and it's not really on my table. Probably not ever, but it's interesting to talk about. It really is. Just enjoy the journey of discovering your own speed. I am just digging the positivity you are putting. Thank you, really, thank you. That really warms my heart. That people say stuff like that to me, and a lot of people have encouraged me to keep on this positivity thing that I'm having. Like, I know my videos tend to have drama. I know I've talked about, Corone getting flack for playing the Hogwarts game, and I've talked about anime tourists. I've talked about, V-Shoujo's downfall. But I don't come into that looking for clout. I don't come into that for the drama. I come into there for the support of VTubers who do the same job as I do, and that's entertaining people. That's making people happy. That's making people laugh. That's getting, profit from a community that is very loyal. They'll just throw their money at anything. They'll throw their love and support at anything that has a cute model. It's actually an interesting community that it's a phenomenon that traces back to, like, the moe anime waifu culture, and cross that over with the idol industry of Japan and South Korea, and it's interesting to see how big it's involved. And we even got our own VTuber anime now. It's called VTuber Legend. And before that, we had the Kazuna Eye anime, which people they gave it flack for advertising NFTs, but I stand corrected. it's been hitting the mainstream media, and it got to the point that when Vishojo went down and when the Solentatsuki thing went down, Penguin Zero was making videos about it. Like, you would never see this dude talk about VTubers a day in his life, but even he was skeptical about Vishojo. It's just interesting to see mainstream media actually take us very seriously, because they recognize that we are entertainers just with an anime avatar. Because musicians, for the longest time, they've been able to do stuff while hiding behind avatars. Gorillas, for example, right? They've been an animated band for how long now? Like 25 or so years. They've been able to be successful without them showing their real faces. And others like Daft Punk, they've been an interesting duo. I'm sad that they broke up 4 years ago, but their music will live on for sure. And Japan, these musicians, without ever showing their faces, that's a huge thing. Singers like Ado or Amir, right? And there's a whole bunch of Vocaloid producers that they never show their identities, but like, thanks to the power of Hatsune Miku, they've been able to thrive in the community. And it's just interesting to see how far you can take this thing. And that, I think, it's very inspiring to me. And I'm hoping to really get something out of it. I decided to go as this is a monstrous Babi Niku after deciding on my overall model for my channel. It's been very fun ever since. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. Always be yourself. There's a VTuber I follow. I'll call Mia Mew Riley. And he's also a Baminiku. And he has a feminine model, but he also likes to embrace his masculinity as well. And I think that's what I'm going for. It's like a mix between the two. And people like that inspire me. I've also been watching, transgender VTubers as well. Last night I was watching Sarah Aces. She's a VTuber on Twitch. She's a trans female. And it's actually a lot of fun seeing, the LGBTQ plus community get along out here. Now, she's a small streamer. She only has like 3.5k followers on Twitch. I'm surprised she isn't any popular, though, because she's a lot of fun. She's friends with me on Discord, and even though she didn't hear about VTubers before she became one, a friend had to tell it to her. She enjoys doing this stuff a lot, and I relate to her a lot. And I'm actually hoping to collab with her. I think she's going to be one of my first collabs. We're not sure yet, but it's down the road. If you're going to mess with voice changers, don't go for the freebie ones. Got hacked that way last year after my April Fool's prank. Oh, you got hacked? That's sad. Yeah, getting hacked is one of my worst fears. I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me. I saw it happen to, what was that one VTuber? Alicia. You all remember Alicia got hacked last year. And it was sad to see. Like, she almost lost all her content. Man, it was a miracle to see her survive that. Especially with the fact that the girl had cancer at the time, and it was, she already had enough to deal with. And she wanted to start a family, and to see her channels get wiped out like that was just scummy. It was scummy. What is up with these scammers? It's just, I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me. I know they only target like accounts, with like big numbers. So hopefully I'm in the clear for now. They wouldn't target nobody with almost 5,000 subs, right? They wouldn't target a small VTuber who was just doing this as a hobby, right? It's not even his full-time job yet. It's not even their full-time job yet. We're just gonna take their account because we don't know how to do shit ourselves. So we gotta leech off of other people's success. It's sad. It's really sad. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Such a shame. I like the VTuber culture too. Like, even men can realize the dream of being a cute anime girl and is accepted by the culture. Of course! Of course! I like, the VTuber culture. It's very open. It's very welcoming. You're just gonna watch out for tourists and normies, people who don't understand our culture. And Rima right now is doing a stream about VTuber culture and anime tourists and all. One of my older videos actually just got back in the algorithm, and that was when I was talking about this one guy on Twitter who was dissing Haruhi Suzumiya, and he called it a Diddy anime. That video has gotten more views lately, and even though it's like half a year old now, it's been blowing up, and it's gonna be interesting to see new comments argue with me. But I won't let that bother me because I'm a Sunshine fanboy and I really love what I do. I won't let any negative comments stop me. I just don't. And the sun will burn harder. You're gonna let that sun burn you if you dare try to argue with the sun. Praise the sun! Praise the sun! That's gonna be my tagline. Let's go. FM Doom is another good example of keeping private and public life separate. Yeah, rest in peace, MF Doom. Like, I didn't listen to him much, but like what I heard was cool. And I know that he was an icon for rappers and musicians in general, and like rest in peace to him. He will definitely be missed. Your VTuber is a girl or femboy? I actually did mention that I'm non-binary. Whether you consider me a girl or a femboy is up to you. You can consider me whatever you like. I can call myself a girl. I can call myself a femboy. I really like being expressive out there. For the time being, in my description, you'll see that I classify as a femboy. So that's what I'm going for now. His work was very fun, 07. Indeed, 07. This 3D software is so nice. I can move my hands and everything. I can actually talk and look at you. I'm sure y'all noticed that I've been stuck on a T-pose for the last, year and a half. It's been like this. I couldn't move. I could not move. Because I didn't have Warudo yet, that's the thing. And I didn't even open my new computer up yet. I just gotta fly. Flies are really biting this year. Yui is sunshine, that's it. Yeah, I'm a sunshine. I'm a sunshine goddess. Let me be your sunshine. I'm sure you all have accepted me as your sunshine already, though, if you're watching me and you're supporting me. Yeah, this computer is doing a pretty good job, honestly. So, let's see. I've got a lot of manga now. Interesting. I'm just looking up at my manga collection right now. I have the first 4 volumes of Don't Mean This Nagatoro. I'm hoping to get the other volumes soon. Like Dress Up Darling 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hoping to get more of those too. I was checking the Hololive shop earlier today, and I found out that they're bringing another pop-up shop this time. This time they're bringing it to America. They're bringing it to New Jersey, and they're gonna start it next month at the American Dream Mall, that's where they have the Nickelodeon Universe theme park there. I mean, some of you might have known about the Mall of America one, but they have one in New Jersey now too, right? And they also have a DreamWorks theme park too. They got a DreamWorks theme park now too. That's a water park. Like, the one reason that I would really like to go now is because Hololive is opening up a shop there. It's going to be from October 6th to I think the early November. And I want to do a vlog for y'all. This will be my second vlog on this channel, so I'm hoping to to do something there. Hopefully we'll get some pictures, we'll get some videos, and hopefully that'll be that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Watch me go to New Jersey so I can go do something. Heck, we'll probably go on some Nickelodeon rides. How about that? Hi, Draconis. Welcome in. Hope your day's been doing well. Yeah, we're just talking about the new Hololive shop that's opening up in New Jersey. And I'm hoping to do a vlog there next month when I have time. You know, later, I think next week I'll finally get some good money going in back to my savings. So that'll be interesting to see. I really my head be turning. This model's so cute. So yeah, what have you guys been up to? How has your week been? It's been busy. The stream is basically my break before I finish off some errands. Aw, that's nice that you chose me for your break. I'm really honored. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. Thank you. Yeah, I talked about a lot of stuff earlier. We talked about, the rise and fall of Cartoon Network, and we talked about our childhoods, talking about how my autistic diagnosis, and people are also autistic in the community, and that's been really nice to get along with them. How do you move your arms and hands? This is a software called Rarudo. You can download it on Steam, and as long as you have a webcam, at least if you have a webcam, you can move your arms. You select a few options on the software itself for the camera to collaborate the hand movements like this, right? It's really nice stuff. It's like VR chat stuff. It's really cute to see my model just go all over. They're watching a certain parent in the mines. Parent for a chance, funny as hell. That guy's voice is the best. You know something else? Both me and Parrot, we're Latinos. We're both Latin American. So to me, Parrot's like a brother in arms. Like, he's I think he's I don't know what. I think he's Colombian. I'm Dominican. That guy's voice is the funniest. No wonder him and Rima get along so well. Those two dynamic is iconic. And so was Nusagi before he retired. Like those two and Nusagi together, they were like the Three Stooges of VTubing, if you ask me. Nusagi, he retired, and I'm hoping to do something with those two in the near future. As for me, okay, just got my volunteer job. Congratulations, Logan. Thank you. I hope you're having fun there. As for me, I just won first place in Sonic Racing Cross once again in the new release demo for the original release. Last time I won was in ONT. Of course. I haven't really been able to play any of the new Sonic games, to be honest. I did play Sonic Frontiers, though. I did play, I think the first 2-3 hours of Sonic Frontiers. I really liked the, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild style that they went for that one. It was a breath of fresh air from, all the other Sonic games. It was interesting to see Sega take that route with Sonic, and it was interesting to see. If you're hearing some phone beeping, I get a lot of notifications. I'm subscribed to a lot of VTubers, that's the thing. I watch VTubers for a living. They have amazing chemistry. They do. They really do. Hey, do you guys think that I would get along with Rima and Parrots? Do you guys think that my dynamic would fit their roster? Because we have a lot of things in common. We talk about VTubers. we tend to be degenerate about them. I mean, y'all see my Smash or Pass videos. You see that I want to get them branded. I was wilding out on those videos. I was risking demonetization with those. If you saw what I said about Chloe or Shiori, I was wilding out. I was like an animal in those videos. Good Lord. It's surprising that YouTube ain't bonked me for those yet. They never bonked me. Man. You know, one of my favorite parrot lines actually has to be what he said about Tomoe Yumari. When a picture of her went on 4chan, people was arguing about what race was her baby going to be. I want to give her a white baby. I want to give her a brown baby. Brown sugar! That took me out. That took me out. It's just so funny. And, you know, Tomoe Yumari, I really like her. I do like that she's a real military girl. She isn't just doing this for like a theme or whatever. Like, she's actually a real service member, and she just got a new model recently, and she looks really cute. Like, the more model revision she gets, this is her third one, and the more cute she gets, she got teeth fangs now. You know, teeth fangs do a lot to me. They're always so cute on VTubers. Like, you know, Gura had fangs too, and they're just, you know, so cute. She could just eat me up. Yeah, they're so cute. Someone asked me if I wanted fangs on male VTubers. You know, I don't mind them either. Yeah, teeth fangs on any VTubers, any gender, they're cute. They're just cute. I must mean the vampires, I guess. I'm really... Let's see, how many notifications have I got recently? What is this? Oh, I got three. I got one from Shiori. I got one from Nana Asteria. I did get, you know, I did do a video on Nana Asteria when she was at a convention. She was doing a performance, and the TV went out for her, and so like they had to set her up on this iPad on the floor, and they were just crunching each other together just to get together on that little screen and just cheer her on, and then the speaker went out too, and just they were still cheering her on. It was so inspiring. They never gave up on her. It's just nice. Seru's on as well. Like I said, I'm in the V-lore. Okay. It's interesting to see. Oh, Bonnie's on as well. That's alright. Alright. So, I just wanted to check something. I didn't know. Does she stream at her base? I don't know where she streams, to be honest. That's a secret. You know, I get it. I really get it. I do. Like, if she was to, you know, dox herself, you know, it would be... people would not leave her alone. That goes for any VTubers, to be honest. I mean, VTubers keep their faces hidden for a reason. You know, everyone knows what happened to Camila, right? What happened with Camila was scary. You know, that one fan that sent like a GPS to her house, and it was scary. And just, I felt really bad for her. Right? There's a reason why people don't tell people where some people don't tell them when they are. Tomoe's peak tomboy. She is. And her voice is so cute too. It's very soothing. You know, Tomoe's the type of girl that I would let her scream at me just so I could do 50 push-ups for her. I'd let her be my drill sergeant. If she got those amazing abs and she cute as hell, I'd let her scream at my ass for hours on end. I love her. I love her so much. It was nice to see her get like top 30 hype as well for her protein ad as well. Camila didn't hide her face. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not aware. I don't know if I haven't really checked up on that incident ever since then. I let's see. Um, what else have I done? I went to the movies last week. I went and saw the new Darren Aronofsky film called Stealing. I only saw it because Bad Bunny was in it, and he only had a part for like 2 scenes, but like he sold his role really well as a mafia, like boss, and actually he was like a undercover police officer. They just revealed it later. And Austin Butler, he played like Elvis in a biopic. I really liked it. I liked it. It was more of a Quentin Tarantino film than it was a Darren Aronofsky film because, his movies, if you've seen them, they're artsy fartsy. There's movies like Mother and The Whale, which The Whale just took me out. It was depressing as hell. But like Brandon Fraser, that's the definition of a comeback role for him. Like people forgot about him for years. Like people know him for like The Mummy. He did that Looney Tunes movie from years back when, and movies like Furry Vengeance and Monkey Bone, and years on end, people just forgot about him. And look what happened. He won Best Actor. It was just so well deserved. He's got another movie coming out, I think, where he lives in Japan, and he's like I think it's called Rental Family. And I saw the trailer for it when I saw Caught Stealing. It was it was so cute. It was so cute. I want to see it. And I also saw another movie called The Roses as well. I have not seen the Demon Slayer movie yet, if you're wondering. I have not watched Demon Slayer movie yet, mostly because I have not watched season 4 yet. I haven't seen the 4th season yet due to my time as Yui Tachibana and putting all my time in making videos, and because of my 9-to-5 job as well, I haven't really had the time to watch the 4th season. But I know it's just 8 episodes long, so it'll probably be like, 3 or 4 hours for me to complete that. So, yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to, definitely see the movie very, very soon. I'm not saying Camila's deserved that, to be clear, but if a VTuber's face is known, the chances of incidents like that really increases. Unfortunately, that's the truth. That's the truth right there. Yeah, it'll be easier for people to stalk you if your face is out there in the wild. Like it's you know how crazy the world is now. Like people will be robbing people's chains for a living. Y'all saw what happened when that rapper PNB Rock. He couldn't even go get waffles without security. He can't go out and get some jewelry. And then they ended it. They were just done. Like, it was sad. It was sad to see. Or XXXTentacion. Even though the guy was in big controversy over his girlfriend, he was, in his last few months, he was changing. He was giving like free TVs, PS4s, and like food to like this orphanage or something, with this community center, and people didn't like that he was being a positive role model to these people, and they just dropped him right there. They just ended his life. He was just 20. Like all the good rappers of that era, they're just gone. Now it's just puppets. They're industry plants. There's nothing to say. I think it's why I moved to just like pop music and like VTuber music and just K-pop, because like they're fun escapism. They're guilty pleasures for me. I know some people get jealous, but it's because we focus more on like entertainment rather than just being gritty and just being bitter and miserable all the time. I think it's why I never got into that lifestyle. I was very close. To be honest with you. I almost got mugged back in 2022. I would have never became Yui Tachibana if something were to happen to me that time. That was when I realized that I wanted to be something else. I wanted to really get out there and make myself known for good things. I was not about to become the 6ix9ine of VTubing. I was not about to get Charlie Kirk on that train. Let me tell you that. And I'm happy where I am right now. I really am. I'm really happy. Really happy. I've really had a lot of fun talking with y'all today. 71 minutes now, so that's nice. What else is new? What else should I do? You guys gonna come to my stream tomorrow? Yes, I'm finally gonna be playing some games, and that'll be fun to do. And that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Let's see. YouTube. Oh, South Park just pushed their new episode back by a week now. They must be taking their sweet time on it, honestly. Well, the what news coming out. They don't want to offend people. But South Park, they offend everybody. See, you got Shiori, you got Seru, you got a lot of people on here. Chuck E. Cheese got arrested? What the fuck? That's so funny. I'm just looking at my subscriptions right now. Oh, Narissa's coming on. Yay! I know Narissa had to deal with pressure from people that they wanted to stream more, and like, I get it. She needs time off, and okay. Oh, Bonnie's on too? Oh. Of course, we're all coming. Thanks. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten over the last year and a half in the last 2 streams. I'm planning to do a couple more videos in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. I'm sure some of y'all might have raised some questions in the last 2 days. Out of nowhere, I dropped a new video about Cinder, right? Almost 5 months have passed, right? And a thought crossed my mind recently. What if she was to be forgiven? Was her actions that bad that she deserves to graduate permanently? Personally, I don't think so. I think enough time has passed where she can reflect on herself and learn that what she did was wrong, that her friends are not competition, her friends are her friends, and they're her colleagues. They deserve to share their artists, they deserve to share their benefits, they deserve to share anything to thrive in this community, because unity and community is what keeps the VTuber industry going. And I think Cinder should realize that by now. It's not just about her, it's just about getting along with people. And I hope Cinder has realized that by now. And I know that the Pyro Pups, they've been very loyal to her, and it was actually nice to see, people not only celebrating her birthday, but Cinder actually responding and showing that she loves this community. I don't know if she's ever gonna get her friends back. I mean, Shy Lily got pissed at her. I mean, they don't call her a killer whale for nothing. It's in the name. Piss off Shy Lily. I don't know if she's gonna forgive her at all. But with time, maybe she'll get some of her friends back. Who knows? I personally think she can do it. She still has 300k subscribers. And on Twitch as well. So that's like 600 total. And actually 900 if you count Twitter as well. So it's almost 1 million. So with that said, I hope I hope things go well for her. We'll see what happens. I know it's gonna be controversial. People will be like, "Oh no, that girl is back," but I think something could come out of it. We'll see. She might be solo for the next couple of streams, but we'll see what happens. If friends want to continue watching her, that is enough reason for her to come back. But I don't trust in her. I don't want her to interact with my VTubers. That's understandable. It's very hard to trust people after they do something like that. Like what happened with the Fire Festival. That damn Fire Festival thing. What happened with Billy McFarland and Ja Rule. And they put up this whole festival in the Bahamas. They advertised it as being on Pablo Escobar's island. The landlord was like, "No, we don't want any fucking connection to like these drug lords." So like they had to move into this mall to this resort, this beach resort. And the luxury villas that they promised these people, it was like, no, it's just tense from Hurricane Matthew. It's like a Haiti earthquake. People was arriving on school buses. All they got was cheese sandwiches. There was no concert. Blink-182 canceled their performance. They canceled their performance and they just skedaddled out of there. They were stuck in the airport for hours and they couldn't get out of that island. People was collapsing on the floor, and then Billy McFarland had the balls to announce a Fire Festival 2. A Fire Festival 2. Like, how can you trust him after that? How can you trust him after that? He's a scammer. That's what he is. He's the cinder of festival organizers. Organizers. It's so bad. Personally, I would need more time to pass before I become comfortable seeing Cinder stream again, and I probably wouldn't be rushing to support her either. I understand. I do. A lot of people supported, Mika Neko when she lost her job as Rishia. Remember that? When she lost her job as Rishia, and she went back to her old persona, Mika Neko. Mika Neko was still pretty successful. Because of this, parasocial relationship that she formed with her fans, like, that's one thing. Parasocialism is real. And, like, despite the fact she was obviously with Mafu behind the closed doors, they were still throwing money at her. They was throwing everything. Even when the whole she killed his cat thing went down, right? They were still watching her. And she's on Kick now, still streaming. And even when she rebranded as Nazuna, right? And she went back and forth between both models. She even put a picture of her dressed up as Rishia at one point too. Remember that? So I think like, Cinder might very much be like Mika Neko 2.0 in that she'll still have her hardcore fans watching her. But like, people will just back off from her. Like, at least when it comes to like collaborators, I don't think Baldo Bale's gonna collaborate with her anytime soon. Not at all. But like, she might collab like, lesser known VTubers who they would need someone as big as Cinder to give them clout, because some VTubers they would kill to have a piece of the pie that Cinder was getting before the controversy, right? Like, people would just, 20 followers, 200 followers, 2,000 followers. Like, they would need a platform like Cinder's to thrive. But, like, at what cost? Because, she's a controversial figure. It's like associated with someone like, Kersha, her politics are out there, if you associate yourself with her, you're not allowed to be non-binary. You're not allowed to be trans. I got a comment like that, actually, that because I like watching Ref Says Desu, they said that I'm not allowed to be non-binary. And I just laugh at them. Knowing that, his wife, Darling Straub, she supports people like me. Regardless of how you feel about their politics, left or right, we all get along out here. And, I've showed my support for Rev as far back as before I even became Yui Tachibana. I would comment on his videos. I still do sometimes when I have time. And I really appreciate it. Fire Festival 2 Porta Potty Bugaloo. Hi, TBT. Hello. But yeah. Let's see. 11 people watching. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just... Something is in my mouth. I hope the microphone quality hasn't been too bad for you all. Yeah, I have to reset this microphone. I've had to... I'm still new at this, guys, so please forgive me. And I don't have any thing to put the chat on the screen yet. Remember, this is not, VTuber Studio. This is Warudo. And I still have to figure out how to do stuff like that. I think I'll do something. I'll do something later. We'll see. We'll see. 4 more days. 4 more days until what, DBT? Type it in the chat. What's happening in 4 more days? Until Gigi Murin. Oh! Do you remember? It's happening again. It's happening again. It's happening again. Remember the 21st of September. Oh boy. That's gonna be funny. Terra 404 debuted with that song too, because it was on the 21st of September. I believe. It's so funny. I'm sorry, Sunshines. I'm sorry, Sunshines. I just had to do it. The meme is just too powerful. The meme is too powerful. I watched that whole stream. I hope you didn't go insane watching it. Oh, that stream's fucking classic. It's so classic. I hope she does it again. It's so funny. It's a funny tradition. Gigi is my favorite Justice member, hands down. I love her so much. Leftists are really something. I'm right-wing and I'm fine with you, and I like that the VTuber culture accept Bobby Niku. Same here. Like, the culture is very, very forgiving of people like us. They accept us, and I really, really like that. Like I said, I watched Sarah, and she's a nice transgender VTuber, and I watched Mew Riley, and he's a good Bobby Niku. And I'm a non-binary Sunshine femboy. So I'm part of that. I really like that. Left and right, who cares? Politics can go on their own streams or the BBC. Exactly. Right? There's streams for that. You can go anywhere else, right? I mean, you got Rev Says Desu and Smuggle Lana right over there. You got, they do videos all the time about, people that, women versus men and all of that stuff. That tends to be another political thing on its own. Because, people made it that way. Because, people don't know how to shut up. Right? That Mike Tyson quote, social media has made you... What was that? That social media Mike Tyson quote? What was it? Where is it? Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face with it. That quote. That was it. Oh, man. May I request perhaps a dedicated video on the 21st night of September on GG Burn sometime in the future? I believe some people have done videos about that, but I'll try. I'll consider it. There's VTuber traditions that, I would like to cover sometimes. You know, Ayuna Risu did like a non-stop Nut November thing for the longest time until she decided after the third year that the joke got stale, and you know, we could always go back to those old videos, pretend like she's still doing them. Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with, you know, YouTube community guidelines or anything. It's just, you know, there's lewd jokes everywhere. Like, you see Gigi Murren just going fucking wild on her clips. Like the first 2 months, she was singing that Lana Del Rey song, thinking about, my pee tastes like Pepsi Cola, my eyes are white like cherry pie, I got a taste for men who are older. I just nailed Gigi's laugh. Gigi's laugh. I don't laugh so well. I'm done. I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh boy. I crack myself up sometimes. Oh boy. I really just, you know, talking with your sunshines really brightens up my day. Yes, DBT, that quote. That's the quote I was referencing. 6 more people. I had a peak of about 13 today. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Yui, for being a sunshine. Thank you for being my sunshine. Without you, I wouldn't have gotten this far. Drop the baton. $10 super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being such a supportive sunshine. You know, you're the most loyal sunshine that I know. You always come to my videos. You always comment on them. I always see you, you know, post my stuff on Rima's server, and it just makes my day. I have a super fan like you. I really, really appreciate it. I love you. I really do. Hi, Shy Siren. Welcome in. Welcome in. Well, the sunshine is easy money. Probably £9. Really, really happy. I really like doing the streams. Because, you know, I got no job sips this week. This is really helping me out from boredom. Because I don't like to be bored. I don't think any of you like to be bored. So, stay tuned tomorrow and Friday. We're going to play Holocure and My Side. We're going to have some fun together. Yay! We having fun together! Woo! I like positive stuff. I do. I really do. Almost 5Ks. Yeah. We're almost at 5. Get us there. We gotta get to 5,000 sunshines. Let's see. How's my computer doing? My computer's doing pretty well. Okay. I tend to check my computer's health. You know, it's new. I have to take good care of it. This computer is actually running on battery power right now, and it's been doing well. I really. Oh yeah, there was something interesting that I found on HoloList.net recently. I'm gonna have to show y'all, honestly. I'm gonna look it up on HoloList.net. Oh, they're making a new K-pop Demon Hunter short film? That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Stellarverse production. Hold on. It turns out that there's a company called Stellarverse Productions right? But like, there's another one called Stellarverse Productions. Like, I'm gonna have to show y'all. It's actually interesting. I'm gonna have to screenshot this so I can show y'all what I mean. Alright, I'm snipping this right now. I'm just trying to get something. No, not share. Why do I keep thinking that's the download button? That is not correct. Man. Yeah, I'm an old head, guys. Sometimes buttons tend to look a certain way that I just don't know how to do it. That's just wild. That's wild. Okay. Let's just do something. Alright. Well, we got some. Alright, we got two screenshots. And I'm gonna get Stellar 2 downloads. I'm not saving the OneDrive. What's that? I'm gonna have to separate that from. Okay. Alright, I gotta do some stuff. Love what you make. May the sun shine the rest of the stream and onward. Thank you, DBT, for stopping by. Is YouTube even showing this stream to the subscriptions user? However, if you're getting it on your feed, it should be fine for you. If you want to get all my streams, if you want to know when I go live, please turn on the notification bell, and you know when I'll be on. And that'll count for like videos and posts as well. So like, it would really appreciate it if you turn on that notification bell, all of you sunshines. So yeah. But yeah, the thing I wanted to show y'all is this thing. I wanted to show y'all this interesting thing. So like, there's this thing called Stellarverse. Right, so there's a company called Stellarverse, right? That's one. That's one Stellarverse. But then I found this other company. It's also called Stellarverse. They're not the same company. These are two entirely different companies that's got the same name, but it's different spelling. Like, one's got the R in Stellar and the other one doesn't. Like, it's interesting. I don't know how nobody's brought this up yet, but it's interesting to see. Like, it blows my mind. Nobody's done anything about it yet. It's interesting. I don't know how people getting away with this. I just found this out today. Nobody's brought it up. And I'm the only one who knows. Man. That being said, I do follow, you know, the first Stellarverse that I showed you. I watched Serena Starstruck. She was one of my VTuber shoutouts, actually. And she reposted it on Twitter. And it was really nice to see people support her through that shoutout video. And I hope to keep doing more in the future, for sure. Thank you, DBT, for the goodbye $1 super chat. Thank you. Uh-oh, it's gonna cause problems if they go to the other country. Yeah. I don't know what they're about to do. I don't know if it's gonna end with both of them have to change their names, or one or the other have to change their names, or, you know, they just both, you know, differentiate themselves. But I'm gonna have to bring this up. You know, Rima or Lydia or Salvi, they're gonna have to talk about this one time or another. Because I'm the only one who brought this up by now. I might bring this up on Twitter. I don't know. Because it's just out of concern, you know? What happens if things were to go the wrong way? People will start confusing the two. If these two companies were to go to a convention and they happen to be the same, you know, room, it would be like, which one? Is it Stellarverse or Stellarverse? Which one is the one with Nico or Sarita? I already forget. Right? It's gonna cause problems. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just being cautious here. I don't want people, you know, confusing the two. Probably because they have separate audiences, Ian and JP. If either of those corporals get big, things are gonna be awkward. Oh, they will. It's just a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. It's gonna happen one day when one of these two just notice. They're going to notice either way. It's just the ticking time bomb waiting to happen. That being said, I love all of the Stellarverse. The first one, SVP. I like those people. I like those girls very, very much. I love Serena. She is underrated. She deserves more subs, and I've been listening to her covers a few days ago, and she's beautiful. She's a cute singer. I love her positivity. I really do. That being said, these two gotta talk. These two companies gotta talk. I don't want something nasty coming out of it. Let's just hope one of them change their names or however else. We'll see how it goes. I believe the second Stellarverse I showed you, they debuted their members after the first Stellarverse. So, we'll see how it goes. We got 3 viewers watching. It's interesting to see. Alright. I just got a few more minutes and then I'll sign off for the night. I really I don't know if I got anything else to say, but I cleared out my Nintendo wish list today because I'm actually selling it. I did mention it earlier. I'm a PlayStation fan, honestly. I learned that the hard way. Besides, Nintendo games be so expensive. They cost more than my phone bill. It's no siree. Emulators all the way. I'm suspicious of VTuber companies with so many good indies. I don't see the point of getting to know new agencies. I understand actually. Having been in the VTuber community myself for over 3 years, even before I was Yui, I've been following a lot of companies. There was one starter up called V Reverie that I used to follow, I think from the very beginning. I really loved watching, Ophelia, Loria, and Nova. Nova Okami, the Yu-Gi-Oh, card player, the card VTuber, the card game VTuber. She used to be part of V Reverie before she was part of Glitch Stars with Sunny and Mogu, right? And this was a Singapore company that over the years they got exposed for treating their VTubers very badly, and they had a 2nd gen and also a 3rd gen. It was really nice to see them all debut. It was nice to see their streams. But I used to have a friend, he got their merch, and the merch problems only got worse. They were fine before, but then they just got worse. Yeah, it's just, they tried to come back as Low Nova, and that just gave them so much backlash that, they had to cancel it, I think, now. It has to be canceled. They not working behind the scenes trying to get, VTubers dumb enough to, or at least naive enough to fall for this company. I'm not going to say dumb. I shouldn't say that. Like, you should know the ins and outs of the VTuber industry before you really consider joining a group. Because a lot of groups, they fell off over the last year alone. Like, seeing Pixel Link fall off. Y'all saw Production Kawaii fall off. You saw EIM Project fall off. Prism Project. You saw a lot of companies go. And V Shoujo, the biggest one of all. V Shoujo's downfall was the biggest one of all. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like V Shoujo of all people. They had people's respect for 5 years. And then the gun run was just doing this behind people's backs. Robbing sick people. Robbing, that stick, that just burned, that brings my pistol up. I'm still mad about that. He was robbing people that, they can't leave their fucking house. They gotta be in their beds like 80% of their day. They need help eating and stuff. They need help walking. I'm just sad. And I'm glad that all of these Shoujo girls, they not only get to keep their IPs, their models, but like they're free. However, I also did another video that let y'all know they're still having problems with merch, and I'm really sad about that too. It still sucks that they still have to deal with that. But at least they're free. At least they're free now, and I'm wishing all the best for them. I really got a lot of stuff to say. Okay. So with that said, sorry, I was sneezing a lot yesterday, and now the roof of my mouth is it's irritated. And so forgive me if I'm a lot of silence. Anyway. Yeah, if you hear a dog in the microphone, we just gotten the dog a couple weeks ago, and I cannot sleep. V-Shoujo was still a better deal than Niji En that had to restart the career over again. Yeah, that's the one positive about V-Shoujo, is that they at least got to keep their models and IPs. They wouldn't have to force themselves to pay thousands to get new models and just rebrand their names all over again. It was just, it's really happy to see that they're still up. See Michi, Leander, Silverveil, Iron Mouse, Project Melody, Apricot. Say what you want about Apricot, but at least she got to, Kena Kuro and all that. K-San. I love K-San. What K-San's been through. From her time in Hololive as Coco and her days as the big sister of V-Shoujo, and now she's a girl boss queen. She's a girl boss queen. She's a great role model. I love her. Hello, Dandruff. Welcome in. Welcome in, Dandruff. I'm actually about to end the stream, but thank you for stopping by. And we're just talking about these shoujo and VTuber industries that fall off. And actually, one more thing I wanted to talk about was anime tourists. I did mention it a bit earlier when I was talking about one of the videos. My old videos blew up. Like, anime tourists are like a topic that is just coming up even more now. People were talking about, after the pandemic, people, normies and tourists, they enter the anime community without any respect for the culture. Like, people are like, why is Haluki Star, it's problematic. Why is my dress up darling? It just got fan service. It's just for perverts. They complain about everything. They want everything to go to the way that the industry, even our industry, we didn't want it. Garbage like Dustsport and Concord and the Vilma HBO Max series that was just awful. They want stuff to be like that, and we rejected it hard. There was a reason we rejected it hard. It's because they talked down on us like babies. Like, I got no problem. Look at me. I'm a non-binary fanboy VTuber, for Christ's sake. And even I rejected that stuff. And I want to keep that stuff out of anime. I'm gatekeep that stuff. Saw what happened with that Funimation dub of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, where he was talking about patriotic society and all of that. And like, people were rooting for AI to take over the voice dubbing. Like, someone did edit of Jamie Marchi's voice. An AI voice version of that, or with a redubbed line, and it sadly was better than that. I hate to say it, I hate that I actually like that redub because it's AI. AI be taking people's jobs and stuff. But like, people are rooting for it because like the ones that are taking on the industry, like the new voice actors, like people have problems with them for other reasons I won't get into here. But like, the people, High School DxD. That would never exist today. People would have clowned that show completely. They would have banned that show out of existence. They wouldn't survive today. Or Rosario Vampire, they would have completely they would have. Wow. There's so many shows today that Shimo Nana is pretty much the idiocracy of anime. Like, it predicted how far we were going to go with censorship, and it was right. It was right. It's supposed to be a comedy, and now I see it as a documentary. And like, anime tourists, they gotta learn. They gotta learn that Japanese culture is not the same as American culture. They do things a different way with their fan service than we do over here. I mean, look at us. We let Game of Thrones be popular for years, and there was all kinds of incest in there, brothers and sisters making out and all that. It's Sweet Home Alabama. And yet when anime girls do it, it's just mutiny. It's mutiny. Not to minimize the death of the other VTuber corporals, but the fall off of these children needs to be analyzed. It was like someone falling off into the Grand Canyon. Yeah, you watch if you probably seen my videos on them by now. I did talk about them. Rima's video and Mujin's video, they do get deeper into like analysis of the corporals than I did. But I feel like I did a good job myself with what I had at the time. So one of that annoys me the most is equate lollies with PDF. Right. If you dare watch anyone like, say Fallen Shadow, right, who is one of the most well-known lollies, people just rat you out and stuff. Like, they wanted her gone from Twitter when she showed her new outfit like a year or two ago. Like, they always want her gone. They hate Shondo because she tells the truth. Alright? They hate Shondo way too much on here. We show Shondo love on this channel. I love her. I love her so much. She's like a daughter figure to me, honestly. Generally, a lot of tourists become real anime fans over time, but the ones that can't shut up are the problem. Right. Some tourists come into their, Rima, who I would consider my mentor, and is actually a friend of mine. She doesn't really get into like a lot of like the edgy stuff. She doesn't know what genre vampire is, but she likes shonen. She likes JoJo and she like One Piece, like the top 20, shonen. And I don't mind that. I'm personally not into most of it, because I like what I like. I'm into like rom-coms and ecchi and harems. But I respect her as a person. She tends to be just as degenerate as I am, so that's the reason why that we connect so well. Is when it comes to our energies, not just our interests. It's the dynamics and the chemistries that we make that really, unites us together. And I really like that. I never understood the double standard. Incest in Game of Thrones is mature, but incest in anime is problematic. Yeah, people was talking about, there was an anime called Citrus a couple of years ago. It was about a girl named Yuzu who was she becomes, stepsisters with this other girl named May, right? And May's been making out with her nonstop, trying to have a relationship or somewhat, or what really was just a cry for help, really, right? Because that's all she's known, right? She's been taken advantage of, and eventually at the end they do settle on good terms, right? And I feel like Citrus would have not come out today either, even though it was the late 2010s, right? It wasn't at politics and societal norms at that point were like super, like it was a super left or super right thing, right? And Citrus would have, it would have gotten clowned today too. But I feel like it's unlike, other shows that deal with this type of, taboo topic, I feel like Citrus takes it in a mature route. They do take it seriously. Like, they don't just completely make it hentai, right? They don't just, or hentai, oh fuck. YouTube's going to, they demonetizing this stream. Oh god. Oh well. But I'm human. I tend to be human. I tend to be myself. But anyway, Citrus goes down that route, and you know what? They do their best with what they have, and they took it seriously. It's nice. I actually do have the DVD and Blu-ray of it. I have the first two volumes of the manga, actually, or light novel, whichever it was first. I was a shonen fan. Okay. The tourists tried to cancel Berserk like F off. Right. They want to cancel anything these days. Cancel culture is a bitch. I was a shonen only fan for the longest time, but then I saw the disastrous life of Saiki K, and I've watched more comedy anime since then. Right. I watch a lot of comedy anime myself too. Like I watch Lucky Star, but I also watch Dropkick on My Devil. It's just which I'm sure you know the Hatsune Miku cameos that came out of that one, which was fine to see. And I've seen a lot of comedy anime. I've seen it. I really like funny, ecchi comedies too. I've seen a lot. My face is tired. Wow, already. All right. And I think anime tourists have a lot to say, but they should also learn to appreciate the culture, because there's women who like My Dress Up Darling, unironically. It is not just a fan service; it's because of her wholesome friendship with a Gojo, and they get together so very well, and like their dynamic is what keeps the show going. It's not just over the top, like the fan service is like second to the relationship thing here. Like their interests is what keeps them here. It's not like High School DxD where Issei really wanted the girls because they were hot. With My Dress Up Darling, Marine's the love interest because they happen to like dresses, they like dolls, and they like being pretty. And, like, that's really nice. That's a nice anime. No wonder it's one of the most popular ones of the 2020s. And yeah. So like if tourists can get into a show like that, I don't see why they can't get into, some others, Just give them a fair shot. Even if it's not your thing, just respect that, some of us can be degenerate and we just go about our day. That is that. As long as you respect my boundaries and respect my interests, we're all good. We're all good. Yes. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm just gonna end it here now. Order, move up. So the sun is setting for the day. The sun is setting for today, and we're going to raid someone as the sun sets for today. I think we're going to raid Bonnie Barkswell. Alright. Okay, what's it? My Dress Up Darling has a big female following. Don't tourist Nora. Exactly! That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. That My Dress Up Darling has a big female audience. They love the show for what it is. Right? And it's just, I like it. I really like it. Personally, I don't like edgy stuff, but I understand not everything is going to be for me. Yeah, if everyone had like a neutral, stance like you do, like it would be more civil. It would be more civil. It would. Right. So, I'm just gonna raid Bonnie right now. Everyone type in praise the sun when you enter her stream, okay? We're going to, where's the sun emoji? Everyone type in this on Bonnie's stream. So, thank you all for tuning in and chatting with me. And it was fun talking with y'all. So, this is your sunshine, Yui Tachibana, sun setting for the day. Thank you all for watching. I love you.